boy, should we get right into the Muppets?
We should always get right into the Muppets because that's
Yes.
just basically becoming a staple of my shows at this point is just talking about the Muppets.
Right.
I don't know why. It just is. Trying to get my
Ooh,
mic
ooh.
configured.
I got a good one this time.
Okay, hit me.
Pick a band, and every member is a Muppet, but one.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you where this idea and thought came from was we played with Shadow of Intent. So I've seen those guys like in real life and stuff.
Yeah.
And so you could very easily swap Animal out for the drummer. They're
Oh,
both kind of lanky and stuff, right? But you keep Bender and everybody else is a Muppet.
I like it. All right. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Beatles.
Okay.
Keep Ringo.
Keep
Kermit.
Ringo
Keep Ringo.
because he is a
Kermit.
Muppet.
He is a Muppet. Uh, Kermit takes the place of John. Um, I'm gonna go. Ooh, this is hard. Scooter is George Harrison,
Yep.
and I'm gonna go.
You could go really petty with that and make Paul Miss Piggy
I thought about it for a brief moment.
because of the John Lennon album where he's wrestling a pig or something like that, making fun of
Yes,
Paul's album Ram. Yeah, a little bit
yes,
of music history. Let's get that in there too.
love it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go for Paul. Oh shit, this is so fucking hard because I really don't want to disrespect Paul because I really do respect Paul as a bass player and as a musician. Um,
Oh, I think he's the reason the Beatles broke up. If you
yeah,
really
probably,
get it, yeah, that
probably,
whole
but
Alan
that's besides
Klein
the point.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. You know what? I'm just for shits and giggles, Gonzo.
Ooh, yeah, I can see
Gonzo
that
is
because it's
Paul.
kind of quirky.
Yeah,
Gotcha. So
I
my
thought about
next
Pepe the
one,
Prawn, but no,
ooh,
maybe not.
kind of looks like him. I can buy that.
Or maybe
I can get down with that.
Sweetums. Just
Yeah,
just
because
because that'd be
again, kind of
fun.
look like him. That would be fun. Sweetums
Yeah,
would be
especially in
good,
the later days when he was super hairy. Oh,
right? Or
yeah.
Sam Eagle, maybe.
It's too American.
Too, that's fair. It's too American. He did marry an American, so
That's true. He did.
he did. He did.
So,
He did. In fact, if I had to go with another one, and I thought this one out rather quickly, I would go with Blink-182.
okay.
Tom DeLonge is still there.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Has to be. Has to be Tom. It can't be anybody else. It can't be anybody else.
Okay.
Has to be Tom. Um, Obviously, Animal is Travis because
Of
again,
course.
the ridiculous and the ridiculousness of all of that, and I think Kermit would be Mark.
I can see that.
Ooh, or Fozzie. Fozzie would be a good one too because of all the
Ooh,
jokes.
that's true.
Yeah.
Ah, waka waka. I already had waka waka. There.
Uh, be
Okay.
something ridiculous like, "Hey Tom, I fucked your mom." Waka waka. Have you ever listened to the Mark, Tom, and Travis show? That's
Yeah, I
pretty
got
much
that on
all
the
it
vinyl.
is. I love that. It's one of
Nice.
the it's one of my all-time favorites. I had it on CD right when it came out, and then like my
Nice.
car got broken into in high school. All my CDs
Oh,
got stolen and shit. It
that's
was
some
sad
bullshit.
days. It was some bullshit. I had
Those are
some
not
good
good
ones.
days. Bad days.
It's bad days. Bad days
Okay.
indeed.
welcome back to another episode of First, Last, and Best. That's right, I am back in my home. I'm not at the tattoo shop. James is going to be super upset that he's not the guest host of this episode, even though last episode we, we went nowhere. We literally just walked around in circles trying to figure out what the hell we were talking about. And hey, it worked. I got new tattoos out of it, so win. But we are back with another episode of First, Last, and Best. Social media, you guys know it already. I don't know why I repeat myself every single time. Like, oh yeah, go find it here. You're listening, you're watching, you know where we are. Congratulations. Awesome. Uh, I would like to welcome back our wonderful guest host. He wasn't here that long ago, and I wanted him back so badly that I begged and pleaded. And honestly, I didn't do any of those things. I just said, hey man, I want to record some stuff. And he's like, hell yeah, let's roll.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Ladies
It's
and
what I live
gentlemen,
for.
he is the growler from Divided, and you can see them at the Vanguard in Hampton on March 28th. I will probably be there. At least I'm going to try and be there.
I hope so.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope so too. It's Chris True. Chris, welcome back to the show.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. It's good
Good.
to see you again.
It's good to see you too. I
It
love
is good
doing
to see
these.
you.
These are fun.
Isn't it?
I, it is as much as I like being in a band is about like listening to music and stuff.
Yeah.
And I hope he listens to this. Nick talks so fucking much that he monopolizes the conversation, and I love him so much. But he will like tell you the craziest riff in some like black metal song that was released in like Lithuania. This I got this from this. That's right. So, but like I love doing these because we're talking about like my roots, because my roots aren't really metal. I was an emo kid, and so like I'm so excited to do this episode because like I actually have a pretty rad story to go with this one too.
Nice.
I've been
I
saving.
was
I
gonna
haven't even
say,
hinted at it.
oh
I
my
didn't even give
God.
you a taste. That was your first taste
That
in
is
the
just
episode.
nim, 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 nim.
Just a
Gotta
little
gobble it up.
nibble.
Nibble, nibble, nibble. Dude, it's these are my roots too, man. Seriously, I will say that my favorite band of all time is Dropkick Murphys. Always has been for the
Respectable.
last 30, maybe not 30 years, but freaking close. Close to
Yeah.
freaking enough. Uh, but I remember like back in so the first concert I ever paid for with my own money, it was the Onyx Bandits, H2O, and Newfound Glory. This is before Sticks and Stones. This was before they blew up. This was before MTV. And dude, that was when I was like fell in love with like pop punk music. And it wasn't Blink 182, it wasn't Green Day. While I listened to those bands, dude, it was Newfound Glory grabbed me by the shirt collar and pulled me in and said, this is your personality now. And
Yep.
I embraced it wholeheartedly.
It, Yep, that was me moving into high school. I had Dude Ranch in middle school. And so when I was a kid too, my dad had bought Dookie. So to mention Green Day, Blink-182, and this is all gonna come back together in a beautiful chestnut. It's like you're reading my brain without reading my brain. It's beautiful. Um, so Blink-182 has always been like they are my one of my favorite bands. It's Beatles, and Blink 182 has always been like that, right?
Yeah.
They're the one that brought me into everything, and so like I was listening to Blink 182. So my first concert that I picked, I didn't pay for it. My aunt bought me tickets because I was poor. Oh, I was poor. I was a
Yeah.
teenager. I was like 16 in 2001, I believe. Might have been 2002, but my uncle took us because I don't think we could drive yet. I went to the Pop Punk Disaster Tour, and I saw Green Day and Blink 182 at the Virginia Beach Amphitheater when I was 16 years old, and it was amazing. It was everything that I wanted it to be.
It was there.
Were
It was
you?
it was in the lawn. Uh
No way. I was in the pit. And
so
that's so great. That's so great because it comes together. Because do you remember who the opener was?
it saves the day.
Yes, the fuck it was.
dude.
I
So
got one of my first band t-shirts. Say the first t-shirt I bought it at a concert.
yeah,
I wore it forever. It had the Lotus on it, was black and said "Saves the Day." I fucking loved
nice,
that shirt.
dude. So after my dad passed, when I was 13, my mom started buying us concert tickets as an Easter present. And the first concert
Yeah,
we went to was Elton John. He just wanted to give
sick.
us a little bit of normalcy after
Yeah,
everything
makes
we went
sense.
through, like just the trauma of, dude, I'll explain that story off air at some point. But it
Yeah,
was such a traumatic event that, like, she just wanted us to embrace a little bit of normalcy. So she bought
yeah.
us tickets to go see Elton John. Like all four of us, me, my brother, my sister, and my mom went to Virginia Beach Amphitheater. We saw Elton John. It was great. And at that point, she was just like, you know what? My kids really enjoy this. They love concerts. I think the next year we went and saw it. It was lit, the Black Eyed
Nice.
Peas, and No Doubt.
Rad.
But do you know who was on the Levi's first stage? Do you remember the Levi's first stage?
That sounds familiar.
It was a side stage they had outside the actual amphitheater where a band would play. Like it would be a much smaller band.
Who was it?
They just put out their album Mo Money Mo 40s. It was messed.
That's funny. I remember Mest. Mo
Dude,
Money,
this
Mo
is I
40s.
we
Rooftops.
yes, we saw them a few years ago.
I worked with
Uh
somebody who loved Mest.
my wife loves Mest.
That's interesting.
Yes, we've seen them twice now. Once when they were opening for Less Than Jake, and then at Peabody's, and then we saw them at the Canal Club with Bowling
I
for
love the
Soup at
Canal
Authority
Club.
Zero.
Ooh, Authority Zero is another good one. I
Authority
like
Zero is
they
such a great
popped up the
band.
other day. I loved that first album. It's
I
really
want them to
it's
come back here so bad. Like,
yeah.
dude, they're so good live. I met their lead singer at that show, and I was like, dude, just thank you. You like, I love your all's music. I've been listening to you guys since like '01. He's like, shit, really? I'm like, yeah, bro. He's like, do you want a picture or something? I'm like, no, I just want this moment. That's all I want. I don't like doing like pictures with famous people. I like the moment. I'm
Yeah,
sure
me
the
too.
picture would fucking last longer, probably, but at the same time, like, I just want that human connection. Be like, dude,
Yeah.
I just want to tell you how much y'all mean to me. So,
Yeah, those moments are great, and like even I like so at I think it was 2003 Warp Tour. I was standing next to one of the booths. I wasn't really paying attention to where I was, and I was talking to this dude, and it wasn't until much later that I learned that it was Claudio Sanchez because I had
holy
never
shit,
seen him. I
the
had
fucking
never seen
mayor,
him in
bro.
person. Yep, never. I had never seen him
Yep.
in person. So all I knew was the voice, and the body doesn't really match the voice
No,
in my brain. And
not at
so, and the
all.
funny part is, I've got my Coheed tattoo. And
Nice.
so you were telling the story about concert tickets. I actually have one similar.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can saves the day.
Yeah.
um, I so my mother-in-law would buy me concert tickets for my birthday
Nice.
every year. Every year. It was always August Burns Red. If August Burns Red was coming through, that's what I got every year. And then my wife asked me if we could do Coheed. And I was like, I have talked to him, but I have never actually seen them live. I'm cool with it. I'll tell your mom,
So
let's
dope,
get
dude.
Coheed tickets. So her mom got me Coheed tickets. And we went and saw Coheed, and
Nice.
we loved it. They were amazing. I think we've seen them 6 times now. Like I said, I've got it tattooed on my arm. But there's an even bigger reason than that that it's tattooed on my arm. So that was in probably January, and when we hit July, my mother-in-law was diagnosed with cancer, and so she passed away
That
that following
sucks.
February. And
Mhm.
so the symbol before all that for like my wife and her sisters, for her grandmother who had passed away, and naturally to her mother as well, is anytime they see a dragonfly,
Yeah,
and the Coheed symbol is a dragonfly. So I
that's
got
fucking awesome.
the key tattooed on my arm.
Nice. I
I
love
love
that,
good
dude.
stuff. I love you can find beauty in sadness, and I think that's where
Absolutely.
we need to be. And I
Yeah.
bring that to you as a fucking deathcore singer.
Yeah. I like it, dude.
There's beauty
That's
in it.
because you got good heart, man.
I
Really,
try.
legitimately. And I appreciate you.
Thank you. I
Yes.
love doing these. I love you too.
all it took was you bringing vinyls into Second and Charles while I was working. So
Yep,
that's how
yep.
friendships start,
It
ladies and
is.
gentlemen.
It
That's how
is.
friendships start. Right.
Randomly,
So,
what's funny
go
is
ahead.
one of my buddies that like he is my he's been around for years. He's one of my absolute best friends. We became really good friends because he was selling DVDs at Movie Stop, which Movie Stop became
Oh my
Second and
God.
Charles.
No, movie
Kind
stop
of.
was further down.
It was further down, but
It
they took
was.
all of our stuff,
That's
and a
true.
lot of the stuff
That
was like
doesn't surprise me.
it came from Hastings. So a lot of the
Okay.
people who opened Second and Charles were Movie Stop people.
It's true.
Yep.
Because Second and Charles opened after movie stop shut down.
Yep.
It's false.
Universeception.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's talk about
Let's
saves the day. Oh, by the way,
let's
ladies and gentlemen,
fucking do it.
we're talking about saves the day today
Yeah.
because saves the day is fucking awesome. I will say, unfortunately, that the Pop Disaster Tour was the only time I've seen Saves the Day live.
I I showed up to the Norva when they came through,
Nice.
and I'm pretty sure that's the show that's the first time that I saw the early November because
Oh,
they were part of
nice.
that part of the inspiration to go, and I think we ended up leaving after the early November. Yeah, we were like
Yeah,
college kids, so we probably left to go get stoned. I'm gonna be honest with you, and play
nice.
guitar. That's most likely what happened. I was 20.
Do what you got to do.
You got to do
So,
what you got to do,
do what
and
you got to do. Yeah.
so I've only seen them that one time. Now Blink 182, I have seen one more time. So I saw them with Skiba.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Nice. I
I,
So I'm one of those weird people that really enjoyed the Skiba era of Blink 182.
and I know people do, and I like some of that stuff too.
Yeah, I got Tom DeLonge's fantastic, and Blink 182 is Blink 182.
But Skiba is
It
Skiba.
felt weird, but Skiba's fucking Skiba, dude. And
Skiba is fucking
I've
Skiba.
actually had this conversation a couple times where we talk about like Skiba's voice has just gotten better over the years because he blew out his voice during
Grimier.
Good Morning, but he is
Love
like
that album.
he's done something. Like he had to had some like vocal training and just like recovering his vocal cords after he had
Yeah,
surgery, and just like his voice just feels more powerful and stronger now.
it really does.
So, which was a really weird kind of thing for Blink 182 to have that kind of alkaline trio, uh, almost vocal styling
Yeah.
into their
And
music. But
you
it,
do lose a little bit of that because Tom is so whiny and Matt can actually sing.
yeah, that's true. So, but it is what it is. But we're getting off track. One last thing. I think it was last year, year before. I don't remember what year it was. Saves the Day toured with Census Fail as like a Jersey Strong kind of
Yep.
tour where it was like the 20th anniversary of or the 25th anniversary of Through Being Cool and
And
oh I forgot
let
which
it
album.
enfold you.
Let It Enfold You.
Yep.
So I wanted to go see that tour so
I
bad.
did too.
I
I
think the
love those
closest they came
albums.
was like Philly or something like that.
And you know what? If you want to kick it off, talking straight up about that, since that's actually a single. Remember they did a split single where they each covered one of their songs, and
Yep.
so Saves the Day did Lady in a Blue Dress,
Great song too.
and it's a great song, great song. I have like since it's fail, I saw them play the Norva, and there were not that many people there. So like when
Yeah.
Buddy came into the crowd, it was literally just me and my buddy holding him up like just fucking elbow deep in his asshole, trying to keep him up without dropping him
Yes.
when they were doing 187 at the end.
Oh,
And
dude.
I had a burned copy when I went to college in a trunk of Let It Enfold You. And I love how all this stuff ties together because it's really funny. And just having this conversation and I guess the point of the show is to talk about all these things that we love and, how they impact us and how they've like really kind of shaped us as people and all of that. Like Saves the Day has always been like kind of weaving in, like just, bring it back to those Jersey and, New York style bands in the early 2000s. They were great. And Saves the Day is just absolutely one of those bands.
We are one of those bands. And that's what I really, really like about them. Because, and let's kind of transition that and actually move into the first of the first, last, and best, and that is Can't Slow Down. And
It's a
this
good
is one of the
album.
things I really like. That era of bands really, oh my God, it's like they
Basement
had
scene,
the
dude. Basement
basement,
scene.
like it's just like it felt like every single one of those bands had a killer first album. They stepped it up with the second album, and then when it comes to the third album, it's kind of scattershot. I could think of a couple bands that are did not fit that mold, but Saves the Day was one of those bands, man, that just like they can't slow down with such a great album. Then they followed up with Through Being Cool.
Through
But
Being Cool is one of the greatest albums ever written, cover to cover. I listen to
well,
it all
we
the time.
will get there.
I
We
we
will get
will.
there.
We
We
will.
will. We will get there.
But I'm
Um,
getting giving it its flowers.
but absolutely. But I have to say, this is just for that era, kind of exactly what you're looking for, and like that emo pop punk kind of style. Uh,
Post-hardcore, just outside of Glassjaw coming out of New York, man. Like, and you're right about those albums. Um, and there are a few that break that. I would say Census Fail is one that breaks that. Because you get from Depths of Dreams, which is an EP, and that's
yep,
pretty solid. It's a great like the Steven at the very beginning, and then you get Let It Enfold You, which cover to cover, another great album. It did definitely top 20 emo albums of all time. And then you get Still Searching
yeah,
and just a um not Bone Crusher. Just there's so many good songs. Can't Be Saved is good. Calling All
yes,
Cars is good. Those are pretty
yes,
big hits for them.
absolutely. And like Newfound Glory was another one where they had
Yeah.
Nothing Gold Can Stay, and then into the self-titled, and then into Sticks and Stones, and then even from there, I mean, but that's an episode for another day.
Oh yeah,
Because like
dude, come because you the next album after that is it's not all down here is the song
Catalyst,
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 but Coming Home is again like because it's so different.
yes,
And if it is an episode for another day because they were like a straight up like hardcore metal band and then
they
they went to the
were,
punk scene and then they do this kind of like pseudo pop punk almost electric infused album and it's one of the most brilliant things I've ever heard.
yeah, and then
I
everybody
fucking love
hated
doing
it,
these.
and then they reverse
Bullshit. I
course.
love that album. They can
No,
yeah,
I'm
they went
just
right
talking about
back.
like the pop punk diehards who can't like
They're
grow with
wrong.
the times. Oh, they are.
They're wrong.
Me and Jeff Riggs had this conversation where we're just like, it's that was actually a very good and very well put together album. But then like they felt like such a backlash from people who can't embrace change in music that it just they were like, all right, let's go back to what worked, I guess. And it kind of to me for Newfound Glory, it kind of made them kind of stagnant just because it
Yeah.
felt like they just either didn't want to grow or they couldn't.
I think they
So
took, I want to say they took time off after that. And that happens with
yeah,
so many bands who try things that are different.
yeah,
We talked about the early November earlier, and they were one of those with the Mother and the Mechanic and the Machine,
that's a
which
great album.
there's some really good stuff. And I understand the beef with it because dude, it used to drive me crazy back in the day on my iPod. It would just all of a sudden be like the like therapy sessions in the middle. And so that was obnoxious, but there was really, really, really good stuff on there. Um,
Dude, Boys Night Out, Trainwreck.
Ooh, that I play that album to this day.
That album is brutal. I love it. It
Were
is
you at the
so good.
show?
No, I've never seen Boys Night Out live.
Oh, I was at the one in Portsmouth where they opened for Fallout Boy. Motion City soundtrack was there, and it was the opener of that show. Do you know who the opener of that show was?
Oh,
A little teeny tiny band who had not released their opening album yet. Uh, it was only out in demo, so we had to find it that way. That little band was Panic at the Disco.
knew that.
Only them. I've seen some crazy shit, my dude. I was a scene
That's
kid
like
around here. I saw Mayday Parade. I saw them play in a
nice.
restaurant to 10 people
I love that.
with what is it? We the Kings.
Holy shit. That's yeah, okay.
I got some lore in the area, man.
Yeah, man.
The Norva back in the day, like the venues around here, so much good music
There really
has
is.
come through here, and
There
like
was the local scene in like the early mid 2000s felt so strong at times. And then like I haven't been in touch with it in years just because
in
I'm now an old man. But
well, and that's and that's okay because all of us are old men now. My favorite band from back in the day was a band called Behind White Lies. I love those guys. We went to like
Dave
parties with them.
Tricani.
Huh?
Dave Tricani played bass
Yeah,
behind
dude.
White
He
Lies.
played he
We
played
were
bass.
boys.
DJ Zaruba was the guitarist. I love them. I was listening to their stuff the other
Alex.
day. Alex was the
I
other
slapboxed
guitarist.
Alex.
Nice.
Yeah, he kicked my
Nice.
ass.
I
Dude,
loved
behind White
loved those
Lies,
guys.
those guys were fantastic. They
They
should have
opened for Letter
gotten
Kills.
so much fucking bigger.
They
They should
sh
have.
they were one of those bands. Temper Like a Time Bomb is still just that riff.
Oh,
It's so
hell
good.
yeah, dude. That was it Mile High School?
Yep. Mile
Was
High School wasn't that? I remember Mile High School. That was that what was
Dave
his
played
name?
in that band too.
Yeah, DJ. I think DJ was in that. That's where it came
He
from.
was
Who else was in that?
DJ drummed. I don't remember the names of the other people.
I want to say somebody's name was like Craig or something like that.
Yeah,
They were all from Tab,
yeah,
which
yep.
is funny.
I remember
Dude, the
those guys.
scene. Yeah.
Dude, back in the day, it was strong, dude. It really
We
was.
used to Harbor Espresso. They'd have punk shows.
Yeah,
This little coffee shop hosted by these older, like middle-aged couple from Bocosin who had kids who were into the scene, so they would have these shows. Dude, I
nice.
remember going to house shows. Like we talked about the basement scene.
Yep.
We would go to house shows, and somebody's mom would have like lemonade. Yes, ma'am, I'll
Ooh,
have a lemonade.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much
I'll
for
wipe my
allowing us in
feet
your
before I
house.
come inside
Thank
here
you.
and get the dirt
Just it
off my
was
shoes.
kids will never kids nowadays are just they won't it's hard to understand
It
and
really
like
is.
as millennials and stuff like things get harder like dude I miss those times.
I feel like we were spoiled in a way. Like we have so much trauma and so much crap that we've had to deal with as just people who are in our 40s and everything we've dealt with and seen on live television from like
Yeah.
Columbine to freaking 9/11 to the freaking real estate crash to the economy crash to endless wars and this, that, and the
School
other
shootings, something
school
else.
shootings on a freaking weekly basis. Now we're having to worry about our kids and the shit they have to deal with.
Yep.
But we had basement shows. At least
We
we had
did.
that. We
We
we came
had
up we came up on some of the strongest local music and just the strongest music scene. It really was just it was a
and
hell of a time to be alive.
it really was, and I think that's why some of these bands that came out of New Jersey and New York out of those basements,
100%.
man, they like
100%.
they just the Thursdays and the Saves the Days, all those
The
guys
movie
played
life.
together. Movie Life, all of them,
Oh
all of
yeah.
them.
Dude, it's like I said, hell of a time to be alive.
Hell of a
I'm
time to be
just
alive.
hell of a time to be alive. Now we just gotta freaking take our ibuprofen and hope for the best. So,
Yes, my back
but we need
hurts.
to actually get back to talking about saves the day because you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna transition out of we'll talk about our favorite saves the day albums and we'll do our top three. But at this point, let's just have the conversation and
Yeah,
enjoy this. It doesn't need to be first, last, and best. We'll do best and then we'll do top three and we'll just keep talking about music that, tickles our fancy. Because at this point,
yeah,
this is way more organic than like, no, we're gonna go by structure of my list over here.
yeah.
Because I don't really want to talk about nine because I really
Yeah.
didn't enjoy it that way.
I didn't either. I'm glad we found a way around it. Like, can't slow down is a great album. And like I said, we were talking about like that scene coming up. That
Yeah.
album comes out in '98. And honestly, if we're gonna be honest, nine isn't even the latest thing. And like, it's like the dude forgot
No.
how to write music. Like, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it for real. Because
Yeah.
it's like he's writing about what he's doing. Like I'm walking
Yeah,
down the street, now I'm tying my
yeah.
shoes, and
Like,
I'm it's
you guys,
so boring.
you
This
guys
is the
want to come
same,
to our show?
right? And
No,
I'm
not
like,
really, not anymore. If this was
not
like
anymore, like maybe 20
2002,
years ago. Like
2002, I'll
you
come to
said
the
you'd
show.
walk me home after
Like,
pouring whiskey down the barrel of our guts. What happened to that? Now we're like coming to your show?
no, just can you guys come to our show, please? Like, no, I'm fine, but thank you. Thank you for the invitation, but no, I'm good.
I'm gonna
It's
pass.
appreciated. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
pass.
stay home.
I'm gonna stay home.
I'm
I'm gonna listen to old albums
I'm
and
gonna read a book. My wife wants me to watch Heated Rivalry. I think it's time for that.
I have one of my coworkers at Second and Charles wants me to watch Heated Rivalry. She's like, you and your wife will love it. I'm like, I
Right,
don't know about that, but
and since we're like, if we're gonna fuck it, we're here now too. Like, from which my wife is obsessed with it. She's watching all that stuff, and
yeah,
and part of being inclusive is being understanding of like different lifestyles and how that kind of works. And she said it's been such a great representation of people and stuff.
that's awesome.
In like the one scene I have seen from that movie, and then we will move right on into I don't want to talk about nine again either. That's how we ended up on Heated Rivalry. But like it's so organic. Like the scene where I don't know any of their names, but he calls the smoothie maker down to the ice in this one thing, and it just feels so organic. You just
Yeah,
it feels how it should feel when it's just people. And I think
that's
there's
awesome.
beauty in that, especially now. And like, so what we're going to do is eventually I'm going to set up videos and we're going to film us watching it because I am like, I look like part of the problem for the most part. As a bald, bearded white man, I try to
Dude,
throw it off the
I'm
best I can with the wild glasses and the, like I
yeah,
wear, I look like a cartoon character.
you do, but I like
Like
it
I'm
and I
just the side
appreciate it.
of Fozzie Bear.
I like it though. See, that's the
Yeah,
thing. Like I've embraced Hawaiian shirts to the
I
point
enjoy
where
him.
I wore one to my brother's retirement ceremony. Oh, he
Mm.
asked us to be like, it's just casual. If you want to wear a Hawaiian shirt, wear a Hawaiian shirt. So I
You
did.
probably go fuck it.
I was
I
like,
wore
that's
like eight of
exactly
them at
what
the
I'm
same
doing.
time.
Yeah, I should have, but no. I could have worn my Star Wars one. I have like two Star Wars Hawaiian shirts, but
I've
that's
got
neither here.
I get them from Disney. I have one that's it's the script to Rebels, but it's specifically the
Nice.
scene where Ahsoka says, "I am no Jedi." I love that shirt. I love that shirt.
Dude,
Ahsoka's my
that's
favorite. I have
fire.
a big ass Ahsoka
Yeah,
tattoo.
you showed me.
I did. I did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
I
did.
did.
I
I like to
have
show
more
my skin
tattoos
off to
from the
you.
last time. Yes, I know. I have more tattoos since the last time I saw you. I was like,
Me too.
yeah.
It was Friday the 13th, so my camera's right there, so it's like card. It's just
Yeah.
teeny tiny. It's a little Totoro.
Oh,
And if I
nice.
stretch my arm out, he's standing up. Now
Oh,
he's sitting down. And it looks kind of like a
oh,
chinchilla.
that's
And I had a
nice.
chinchilla. I love my chinchilla.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got the rosary
Nice.
on my arm. And then, oh,
Did you get
just,
some rope?
yes, I did. No, it's based off the rosary
Fucking rope.
my mom was using when
Uh-huh.
she was praying with my grandfather before he passed away.
Huh.
Like literally was praying with him, and then she's like looking at Airbnbs in New York where he's going to get buried, and then she looked up and he was gone. So, but then I have
Wild.
that, which is the hand from my mom's family shield, the Sullivan family shield. And I have the red hand of Ireland back here.
Rad.
And then like we did a scroll over top, which in Gaelic, it just basically says the red hand of Ireland, which is uh basically the Donnelly family motto. So
Huh.
because if you look at which is my last name,
Yes, of course.
yes, of course. Um, because if you read back in history, the Donnellys were considered the generals of the uh, armies of Ireland, like way back. And
Yeah, it's a
actually,
very, very I recognize that name.
so and actually, the here's another thing. Since we're so close to St. Patrick's Day, um, the patriarch of the Donnelly family was actually a pirate, and he
Huh.
had kidnapped and enslaved and sold into slavery a young Roman boy from Wales, sold him into slavery in Ireland. Eventually, that child escaped, got back to Wales, and then was told to go back to Ireland to free them of the pagans. And that person was St. Patrick's. So you would not have St. Patrick's Day without the Donnelly family kidnapping him. So Sláinte.
Thank you. You're kind and all that good stuff.
Exactly. So
Eh, Good times.
that's what we got. So
That's what we got.
how about we do best albums? Just because we don't want to talk about nine, and we talked about the basement scene. And what do you
Yeah.
think is their best album? I want to see if we
It,
agree. We probably won't, but
so as much as I love Stay What You Are is a great album.
mm,
And I do not go back and listen to it like I did in school. I remember having a burnt copy of it. It like outside of Rock Tonic's Juice Magic, I listened to mostly Stay What You Are as a kid, like when I was younger. Then as I got older, I discovered Through Being Cool. And Through Being Cool is one of the like it is one of the quintessential basement albums of that era, and it had such great reach. So something that a lot of people don't know, and it's a weird thing that I know. um Kevin Nash, Big Daddy Cool Diesel, his son, was a huge Saves the Day fan.
really,
I learned that through my wife, who is a wrestling encyclopedia, by the way, knows everything, matches all of it's wild. He was a huge fan as a kid, but on his Twitter back in the day, because I don't have Twitter anymore, it was the banner at the top. It was the click on the cover of Through Being Cool, and it was one of my favorite things. I loved it
that's
because I
crazy.
love that album, cover to cover. It's just stupendous. There's not a bad song on it. Holly Hawks is on it.
This
Um,
is you vandal.
Third Engine, You Vandal, All Star Me. Um,
Shoulder
eh,
to the wheel.
Shoulder to the Wheel is one of my absolute favorite songs. Rock's Tonic Juice Magic is on
Yep.
that one. Like I said, that and that's how you knew they were going a completely different direction. Before they forgot how to write.
Yeah.
Which and I remember, I feel like they started forgetting how to write on "Stay What You Are." And I remember reading an article that criticized them, like not even it wasn't even that. It was like the top 10 dumbest lines in music, and it's all these big bands and saves the day.
Oh, that makes me sad a little bit. I'm not gonna
It
lie.
does, and that was from "Stay What You Are," but Freakish is on that Firefly and Freakish are
Yep.
both on that one, but Firefly is my favorite of all of them that are on that album.
See, that's the thing is like, say what you are. Like, it started off so strong with At Your Funeral, and that became
Yeah.
such a huge song for them.
Yep.
But All Star Me just might, I don't think it tops At Your Funeral as a starter, as like the top track of an album, but it's damn close. It
Yeah.
just, the fact that it is such a, it's a no skip album. This is
It
a
is a no skip
album
album.
you put on and you just let it ride. And
Anytime
there's,
when we go on a road trip, I put on Saves the Days Through Being Cool.
oh,
And I
so
always look back at my son and I say, dude, I love this album. It's one of my favorites. Check it out. And he's like, yeah, Dad. I've heard this every I hear
I
it
know,
all the
Dad.
time.
Dad, you can stop. I know what this album is. I know what you feel. So just shh, shh,
Yeah, yeah.
just shut
I'm
the
gonna
fuck
go
up.
back to the Switch now.
I'm gonna go. Uh-huh, sure.
Sure, Pop.
Sure, whatever.
Love you, Dad.
Love you, Dad. Whatever you say. Shut up, child. Put down your
Your
gadget,
gadgets.
your gadget, and listen
Play
to
it
music.
by lamplight.
Exactly. Whether you like it or not. Yeah, you
Yeah.
kids with your hip and your hop. I had some kid
Your
call me
your
grandpa
hip
the
hop.
other day.
Wow. The kids call me OG and Unk from time to time at school, which is kind of funny. And like I've kind of leaned into it, right? Like the more and more I've
I'm a
just
little
like
jealous.
slowly evolved. Like I hit 40 and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna be a cartoon character now. Like, which is like the third time I've said that, but
Yeah,
like
I like it though.
it
It's
is.
it's it works perfectly for you. I like it.
It really does. I'm
So
colorful.
no, so these kids came in and they were looking for like PS2 games. And I'm like, all right, yeah, let me show you. I showed them where it was, this, that, and the other. And I guess they were like, oh, do we take like whatever? And I'm just like, yeah, sure, bring it in. So I looked at it and like I saw that they were born like after 9/11. And whenever I see kids come in, they were born after
Born
nine
after 9
eleven.
11.
I started having like anxiety and like get
My
old and
brother
like
was born after
dang
9
kids,
11.
go fuck that kid.
Yeah.
But so like I was just joking around. I was like, you dang kids with your hippin' and your hopping and your. I was also making fun
Hippity
of him
hoppity.
because he had a battle vest on, and he is like Black Sabbath and like all these bands, this, that, and the other, and then just like right up here the patch of The Cure. I'm like,
Interesting.
one of these
I love the
things are
diversity
not
though.
like the other. No, no, I
Right.
had no, I got nothing against it because I love The Cure, but at the
Me
same
too.
time, I'm just like, this is
Make that
kind
make
of,
sense.
it's kind of weird. Can you square the circle? I'm just curious. But
Right?
like I was joking around with them, and I was just like, you dang kids with no rules, no respect, and you didn't have to, blah blah blah. And one of them just looked at me and was like, "Okay, Grandpa, calm down." I'm just like, I really want to reach across this desk and like grab you by the neck, but at the same time, it was really fucking funny. So,
Yeah, when they burn you, it's you just gotta
and
kind of
I
take
was
it.
just like, "All right, fine, fair enough. Get out of here, dang kids."
Yeah,
So
dang, get off
as
my
they were
lawn.
walking away, he was like, "Don't forget to take your meds, Grandpa." And I'm just like, "All right, you get that one, you get no more."
Obeisance.
Little bastard.
Obeisance
No
indeed.
respect. Which, by the way, through
No
being cool
respect.
is the fucking best album Sully's Today ever had. And we talked about this in our little chat that to me they actually started falling off after this album, and I stand
Yeah.
by that
I
because
tend to agree after going back and listening.
Stay What You Are was a good album. It is actually my wife's favorite album by Saves the Day. I've tried getting her to listen to Through Being Cool, but she's very resistant to it, which makes me a little sad. But I won't divorce her. I love her too
Yeah,
much. But
she's
at the
afraid
same
she's gonna
time,
like it too much,
yeah,
and like it's a
exactly.
good album. You don't get better than
She
through
doesn't
being
want to be
cool.
through being cool.
No,
So she wants to be cool all the time.
all
Mm.
the time.
But
She wants to stay what she is.
yeah. So, but then you get into the B-side record, which was good. But then you go into like Sound the Alarm and Under the Boards, and it just feels like a steady decline of their music quality.
In
And
Reverie wasn't as good.
oh, actually, in Reverie's back here, I do have it on vinyl. It's a good album. It's not great, and it's not Through Being Cool or Stay What You Are, but at the same time, it's listenable, I guess.
Yeah,
So
and I wouldn't even be mad at them changing and get because I do enjoy the tone and where they were going with Stay What You Are.
yeah,
I just like the writing wasn't great. And like I felt like his voice kind of changed. Like it got whinier.
little, yeah,
And I didn't
because
like that as much.
but that's the thing. Like at that point, it really felt like that was kind of like the way pop punk singers were going. That kind of noisily, whiny.
Yeah, they didn't need to do that. Like these guys were the OGs. Like these were.
Just stay what you are. All right.
Yes,
Don't.
exactly.
I understand changing because sometimes you need to change and evolve as a musician.
Yeah.
I 100% get that. But at the same
Yeah.
time, no, don't do that now. Just
It's okay
don't.
to change, just don't be bad at writing.
It's okay to change. Just don't be bad at changing. Don't
Yeah.
change into something worse.
Yeah, don't go bad. Don't be bad.
So like there's one band that I have been like thoroughly on board with every single change they've ever done, and that is the Wonder Years. They are from the upsides all the way through what they're putting out now. I have never listened to a bad song or record that they've put out. Sister Cities is like the lowest on my list of their albums, but even that album is still really good and really well put together. I love Soupy. He has such an amazing voice and he's such a great writer.
I've never listened to the Wonder Years. I have only heard the Becky Lynch theme song.
You have homework, sir.
I can do that.
I really don't want to give you their best record to start off with because it will just it won't even make everything seem worse. But it is. I'm going to send you a playlist of what you think, what I think their best songs are, and
Uh,
just fucking listen because it is.
I might just listen album to, I'll go through the whole discography.
Start at the upsides, work your way forward because it is embrace like just because it starts off like that pop punk kind of sensibilities with the upsides,
Yeah.
but then with Suburbia, you could kind of feel the change.
Yeah.
Then once you hit the Greatest Generation, then you're like, oh shit, this is something different. This is something. Trust me, dude. I'm not going to steer you wrong on this.
Yeah. I bands doing good shit like Blink-182 to the self-titled album.
Yeah,
To now, one more time is different than the other ones. And it's
yeah.
change can be good, just not saves the day's
Change is
change.
good. No, just not saves the day change. They were through being cool after the
They
sounds.
were definitely through being
Yes.
cool.
But dude, I can't sing the praises of the Wonder Years enough. They are
Yeah.
so good, and the way they evolved. And like, I'm actually my next tattoo is going to be a Wonder Years tattoo, and you have to listen to one of the songs in order to understand and to get it.
Mm.
Um, because that's another thing about Dan, and I hate the fact that every single, not every episode, but a lot of episodes, I end up just like gushing about the Wonder Years. But like the way I feel like evolving with their music, you evolve with him and his like, I'm just a single guy touring and having fun doing this, grinding, 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 to, hey, I'm a husband now, to hey,
Yeah.
I'm a father now.
Yeah.
And just like how that has influenced his music. It's, oh dude.
All of us, like,
Yeah.
because dude, with those were my influences back in the day, like with Taking Back Sunday and all of that, and like the level of like violence against women that came out of some of those songs ain't
Yeah.
great. That scene does not look good
No.
in a backward view, in
Yeah.
a lot of cases on a lot of these songs, and I think some of that needs to get like definitely analyzed because some of it was not the best, and that influenced a lot of us. And I think with the scene in some cases, like a lot of people went pop punk, some of us kind of went indie. Like at least those of us who went indie, like I listened to a lot of Death Cab, I listened to a lot of Bright Eyes,
Mhm.
and it kind of influenced my writing that way. But like as I've gotten older, like it doesn't make sense for me as a 40-year-old man who's married with a kid to write a song about like, you know, getting wronged by a woman. It doesn't make any sense. But like
I don't
you
understand
can
that
spin
anymore.
it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't fit the repertoire. So like even when I'm writing divided songs, like N64. N64 is about I tackle social things and just kind of like this has
Yeah.
to do with abuses from the church, so warnings, all that good stuff. With N64, I think this is actually the first time that I've told anybody like live anywhere that what the song is about.
Yeah.
So exclusive. There you go, buddy.
This is turning
uh
into a reel right here.
yeah. So N64, a buddy of mine told me a story about when he was at a church in, I think it was in Virginia Beach. I can't remember the name of the church. And there was this pastor there. And the original name of N64 was Pastor Chad because it was named after Pastor Chad. And he was a youth preacher. And so he would take he bought all the boys, he bought them two N64s, he put them all in one room and took the girls in the other. And he was a real piece of shit. Like horrible stuff. So my buddy told me this story and it stuck with me. So I wrote in 64. And so it talks about specifically like going into the like real quick part. The words are tear them all to pieces, then claim in the name of Jesus. Right? Like
Yeah.
they buried it. They buried that whole thing. They caught that guy. They caught him, fired him, and buried it. So like other words to the song are like um when uh it's so much easier to do this when like you're like singing the song, so I'm like trying to go through my brain like with the tear them
Yeah.
all to pieces. That's the beginning of that part, so I was listening to Nate's drums in my head. I was going doo-doo-doo-doo, right, but like it basically says waiting for then the shovels come, not the pitchforks, because they're burying it. And
Yeah.
so like Hate by Design is again about abuses of the church. Quarantine Quarantine is about being, and that one is about like they wrote that in while they were in quarantine, so I didn't have that experience with them. So it's about like, you know, retreating in your brain and mental illness. BTK is about like killing a former person, killing your a former self, right?
Yeah,
And stuff like, so it deals with stuff like that. We have a new song that we're working on. Well, we're definitely probably going to play it at definitely probably going to play it at the Vanguard, called Barrier Living, and it deals with like family trauma and like the relationship between my mom and my sister, and that just that whole song came about
yeah.
because we had to like gave my sister back her trophies or something like that, and I called Nick and I was like, dude, I got to go to the room, and he's like, all right, I'll do it, and then he played a warm up riff, which was a riff he wrote in high school,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, no, do that again, and he played it again. We wrote that song in about 30 minutes.
Nice.
And so things
Nice.
manifest themselves differently, and you know, to round this out back to what we were talking about, um you know, a lot of that, and I think the wild thing is a lot of some of those, like we talked about Jesse Lacey last time, some of those guys were really really pieces of shit, and
Yeah.
think about the words to me versus Maradona versus Elvis. With one or two I get used to the room, right? And so you have stuff like that, and then we're surprised that dude was like grooming people and like the
Piece of
signs were
shit.
there. Yeah. And so, you know, I don't know how that was reactionary in the historic era of what was going on, because that's in a post Woodstock 99 world too, but
Yeah.
we're also getting into like in the post hardcore scene, and so it's things are getting weird. Eh, It's
Mm.
definitely something that is worth the discussion.
I think there's only one thing we can say to really kind of punctuate this, and that's fuck Jesse Lacey.
Always fuck Jesse Lacey.
Always fuck
Oh,
Jesse
dude,
Lacey.
dude, you took so much from us, dude, and just what you did to what he did to those people, to those, like, it's just like
Fuck Jesse
reprehensible.
Lacey.
Like in that's not. I never want to take anything away from victims, but like there are a lot of people like that. Their music, like it impact that music impact. Like I have the astronaut. The astronaut is not because of Jesse Lacey. The astronaut is 100% because I listened to Deja and to do when my brother was going through cancer, and that's what got me through his cancer.
Yeah.
It's got a hidden Mickey in it. You keep fuck him, he can't take that from me. And so like it's just one of those things, man, where fuck Jesse Lacey, fuck all those guys that did shit like that.
No shit, man. No. Let's do our top three. Otherwise,
Let's do it.
let's do it.
Otherwise, we'll be here all night. And I got a video to shoot and edit and movies to
I
watch.
gotta go to bed because I gotta work in the morning.
I do
Stupid
too,
work.
but I'm just not gonna sleep.
Okay, that
I'm
sounds
gonna
good.
live on coffee and to dream. The
Nice.
governor's gonna be at my school tomorrow.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm wearing this shirt
Do it. I
and
love it.
slacks. It's a
Yes, I
dress
love it.
code.
I love you, man. This is
I
great.
love you too. I love these.
What's your number three? Your third favorite saves the day song.
Shoulder to the wheel, and I'm trying to make this one.
Nice.
I want to do this as a divided cover. I always listen to Shoulder on the Wheel in the car. It's a good road trip song. I could have gone Hollyhocks easily, but you know, Shoulder to the Wheel has to be number three.
Nice. Number three for me, I gotta go to Vast Spoils of America. I love that song. It is just so good. I remember listening to like being when I was stationed in Connecticut, listening to this album constantly.
Yeah.
And there were two songs on this album that every single time it came on, that was one of them. And I would just be driving entirely too fast. And I just, oh, dude, I love it. It's so
Yep.
good.
That's Shoulder to the Wheel
Yeah.
for me.
Number two, sir.
Firefly.
Oh,
Said I'd walk you home after pouring was it after pouring whiskey down the barrel of our guts? Such a good song, and it's probably
it
the
is a
best
good
song on
song.
that album. Although I do forget about At Your Funeral, and it's that kicks off that album. But
It does.
Firefly, they're good bookends. They're good
Yeah.
bookends. They're great bookends.
I have to go at your funeral for the second one because there was just something about that song that really spoke to me at that time in my life that like it has stuck with me to this day.
I bet.
And it is their biggest song probably that they've ever done. But at the
Definitely
same time, it is there's a reason for it because it is just
agreed.
that fucking good.
It is.
Your number one, sir. What is it?
It's the first Saves the Day song I ever heard. It's Rocks Tonics Juice Magic. That is all
So
time
good.
banger. It's so good. What are the last lines? You and I are how does it go? Because basically saying they make steam,
Yeah.
water and volcano. I don't know. I love those lines.
Yeah.
They're just so his wordplay was so good,
Yes,
and
it was.
then it wasn't.
Why did he why did he fall off so
I don't
horribly?
know.
It does make me very sad that he did.
It does. Now I'm
What
curious what your number one is.
it's actually the title track for Through Being Cool. There's just something about that song that
It's a good one.
you're getting close to the end of the album. It's everything, and I just love and I it's like the last part of the song. I'll spin it right back around and say, Nick, why are you such a prick? I there's
Yeah.
just something about that one part that just really speaks to me and just really kind of makes me laugh at times. And I don't know, there's just it's kind of like that. All right, I'm done with your shit. I'm done with everybody's shit. Fuck this. I'm
Yep.
through being cool. I'm done being the nice guy. And that kind of spoke
Yep.
to me at that day and time. And it's just a song that has stuck with me throughout. I mean, there's a
Yep.
lot of songs. Like you could ask me next week what my favorite song is, and most likely it would change. Um,
And that's one of the great things about Saves Today in those first three
yes,
albums.
yes, absolutely. And it's just so fucking good, dude. It's
It
such a great
really is.
album. It is such a great song. And honestly, if we can ignore everything after Stay What You Are, I think this might be a top five band of all time. But then they started putting out new music after that, and it's just like, oh, sad.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
Sound the Alarm. I think Under the Boards was okay,
Dude,
but Sound the
I
Alarm
haven't even
was.
listened to like I heard in Reverie and I went, "Oh no.
I
This isn't for
listened to in
me."
Reverie. I bought Sound the Alarm because I remember buying it when I was stationed in Connecticut. Was I stationed in Connecticut or California at the time? I don't remember. I just remember buying it and being like, okay, this is okay. It's not, through being cool. Like I listened to it, then I was like, all right, I need to exercise this from my brain and put through being cool on. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, like through being cool was like one of those albums that kind of, it was like my soundtrack as I was navigating like adult life for the first time. So like when I was staying, like I went from California to Connecticut, and like I didn't really know anyone, so I just kind of drove around a lot and just blasted music all the time.
Yep.
So, but Through Being
I
Cool is
do.
that kind of album. It's fucking good.
Every
Like
time you're driving a car,
every time I'm
shoulder to
driving a
the
car.
wheel.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's going to be the end of this episode, which
Okay.
it was not quite what originally we set out to be, but honestly, I feel like it was a lot better than
I agree. I think we did
everything.
a pretty good job of dissecting like that whole scene. And I think we did
Yeah.
a good job of because we hit I
Oh,
think we
us.
just about hit everything about good, bad, indifferent. Like
Yeah,
we did a really good thorough post-mortem of that early 2000s basement scene.
I agree.
Well, good job,
We should
buddy.
just we should just start doing a podcast together. It'd be Rob and Chris dissect music, or Rob and Chris do something else.
I wish.
It's
It'd
just
be fun.
RNC. It happens. I don't know.
I'm coming back to New Garden State.
It's true, you are. And we might have we're gonna have him back for the round table, and we'll probably do other
Mhm.
episodes because I can't get enough of Chris. He's such a nice guy.
It's so
So
much fun to do these.
it really, dude, I love doing this. I am
Yeah,
so glad I brought this back just because it is like really fun and
it
sometimes
is.
pushes me out of my comfort zone when it comes to music. Whereas like I'll just want to put on like one album, listen to it on repeat, and then but it's really kind of pushed me into finding different things and listening to different things. It's fantastic. I love this. Anyways,
And in the first bet, but just and then I'll let you close it. I promise.
yeah.
That's what's great about the first, best, and last, right? Because the first and the last aren't always the best album, right?
No,
Like that. Go look at Best Death Cab for Cutie because Transatlanticism is one of the greatest albums ever, and it's like
100%.
third or fourth album or something like that.
100%. So, and that's the one thing with like with Coheed, it's just like a part of me wants to say that Second Stage Turbine Blade is their best album, even though it probably is in Keeping Secrets. Um, but that's another one of those
You're the Black
bands.
Rainbow.
Really?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, please tell me you're joking. I got nothing against people who like to hear the Black Rainbow, but as far as best album is concerned, I will have to throw you out a window. It's just no. Anyways, we're getting way
Get a
past
Paul on
time.
Burning Star 4.
I will accept it. So, anyways, that's it for today. I think next week is either bands you should know or if I can find, you know what, I'm probably just going to do the episode by myself. I really want to do a dissection of For the People by Dropkick Murphys, an episode of the reissue, because it is going to be St. Patrick's Day week. I really do need to. I am going to go see them March 10th at the Norva with Haywire and the Agrolites. That's going to be a fucking banging show. Uh, and honestly, I need to talk about For the People because that is such a great album. Before I do sign off, I do want to say something. Um, I was talking with Colin, uh, who's been on the Roundtable episode. We did the starting line episode, and it just shit is getting so much worse and so fucking aggravating. And the fact that there are people out there who are just taking time out of their day just to be blatant fucking assholes. I can't stand this shit anymore, guys. Let's be better. We're in a time and a day and an age where shit is just so fucking hard to begin with that fucking be better. Do me a favor. If you're listening to this, just do me this one solid. Tomorrow or today, whatever, do something good for someone else. Let the bad stuff just roll off your back. Don't just fucking be decent and see how that helps for someone's day. It's not hard to do something nice. It's not hard to be decent. Be fucking decent to each other. All right. And by the way, I can't fucking stand this shit anymore. Um, just be decent. That's all. It's not hard. If a person identifies as something that you don't agree with, all right, you don't agree with it, fine. Keep it to your fucking self. Just stay fucking quiet. People deserve to live and people deserve to be respected. And if you can't do that, then maybe take a moment, think about it, and analyze that for yourself. Because when it's all said and done, it's not hard to be decent to one another. And does it really affect your life that much? Probably not. So stop being assholes. Be nice to each other. Just be decent. Do something nice for someone else today. All right. Um, anyways, that's it for this episode of First, Last, and Best. Sorry to get serious there, but
All
it's
right.
something it's been weighing on my heart for a little while now,
It's
and
necessary.
it really is. Sometimes you just need a reminder of be fucking decent. Anyways, we'll see you next week. Yeah.